Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here 1st and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. Allen on 3rd. And Ingram holds it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st down.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 13 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
A short kick taken at the 18.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. And he's got room. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick.
And this one through the uprights and good.
The score, Texans 28. Jaguars.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
29-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think
that he will go down. outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. From the corner, Jimmy Smith blitzes for the sack.
25-yard line.
After the sack on first down, Rodgers got his man complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Davante Adams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And he will have a touchdown. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On play action, Rodgers flush to his right. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Get 300. Get 300. Check, check. Hey, leg.
Rodgers again now. Flushed out right. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down. Dancing to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Whip. Watch the whip. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, switch gears.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal.
Second down and goal. Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Raheem Mostert. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
For Jacksonville.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll start on the grab with Lindsey. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A gain of 6 yards.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And going deep for Hill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. A critical error there in a tight game to the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
At the 23-yard line.
Forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
He'll buy some time right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Now this throw caught left side. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A give, the first man through, Gillespie, the fullback. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But
and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark. 56 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
2nd and 8.
Allen off the play fake. He's letting this, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Texans push further out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. You have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. He got 29 yards that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Buying time to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Being chased out left. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. Back to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw. Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've